I said, did you hear about the Congo Holocaust killing 50 million Africans? Yes, 50 million Africans, double of the Holocaust that they teach us. And of course, they never taught us this. Viewer discretion is advised because I'm going to show you a lot of real graphic photos, but I got to show light on the truth on what's going on and what happened to our people. Just so you know, the definition of a Holocaust is just a destruction or slaughter on a mass scale. Let's take it back to 1884 at the Berlin Conference. European nations, including America, tried to scramble for different parts of Africa. And of course, an African nation was not there. After this conference, murderer Leopold II gained control over Congo. This is after he manipulated 500 of the native chiefs to sign certain contracts, confusing them because they don't speak the same dialect. This granted him access to full control of the Congo, claiming that he was gonna bring modern technology and advance the Congo, which was all a fucking cap. Instead, he was extorting these people for rubber, forcing them to scrape rubber off the vine, and sometimes it would get on their body and they would be forced to scrape it off. Murderer Leopold was so brutal, it honestly mind boggles me that we don't learn about him in school at all. Not only did he steal Africans and use them as soldiers and put them through Catholic missionaries so then they would be brainwashed to be brutal soldiers, he would force them to torture the natives if quotas wasn't met. One torture was a whip made of hippo skin. The hippo skin made it dry and it had sharp ends, so then when they would whip them, their cuts would be so deep. 25 whips was a regular and 50 was a death sentence. Another way of torture if quotas weren't met was to be shoot them with one bullet and cut off their hands to show proof that they did this. This happened so much that cutting hands became currency. Cutting off hands from women to children, all people, cutting millions of hands off. In 1897, murderer Leopold brought 266 natives to Belgium to open up a human zoo, having 40,000 people come a day to just look at these certain Africans, showing how they would work. At the end of this Holocaust, it was estimated to 10 to 50 million deaths. Of course, it varied because they were not keeping track. They obviously did not give a fuck to keep a track. So who knows, it could be even more. Now tell me how the fuck this wasn't taken serious as any other race if they went through this. Tell me what other group of people went through thousands of years of slavery and a Holocaust and still has their country in poverty. Now tell me what other country was up for grabs with no discussion of the people that were living there. Who else went through this shit? And you gonna tell me it's not this important to be taught this in school? We read books, we go in depths about all these other races and all the shit that they've been through. But when it comes to us, they try to kick that shit right under the rug. But you know why? Because every other nation is responsible for this Holocaust. Every other nation was there at that conference trying to grab for Africa. And accountability would means they would have to tell the truth. The truth how everybody in the world was against us. Nobody helped us in this situation. Nobody's gonna save us but us.